In this example, we are looking at calculating the book value for preferred and common stock. So since we have preferred and common stock, we're going to have to calculate the book value for each of them separately. So we will be looking at our equity and determining how much of our equity is allocated to preferred stock and how much of our equity is allocated to common stock. So the first thing that we do is to calculate our equity that is allocated to preferred stock. We're going to take our number of shares, and at the top here it says that we have, in our preferred stock, we have 200 shares issued and outstanding. And if we know the call amount, we're going to take our 200 shares times the callable amount. If we don't know the callable amount, then we just use the par value. So in this situation, we're going to take 200 shares times our 105 call amount, and that's going to give us $21,000. So far, that's the amount of equity that is allocated to preferred. But it also says that we have 1 year's dividends in arrears. So because we have dividends in arrears, we also have to add that to our allocated equity for our preferred stock. So dividends in arrears, if you remember, is calculated by taking our number of shares issued times our par value times our percentage. So 200 times 100 times our 6% is going to give us our 1,200. So in this equation right here, we have our allocation of preferred stock divided by our total 200 shares outstanding, which leaves us with a per share amount for our book value of $111. Then we move to the common stock book value per share. In common stock, generally is just going to be stockholders' equity divided by common shares outstanding. But because we had preferred stock, we're going to take our stockholders' equity of $178,000, which came from right here, and we're going to have to subtract out the preferred stock equity that we calculated above, and then divide by the total number of common shares outstanding, which you can see in our problem is 9,000 shares. So total equity of $178,000 minus our preferred equity of $22,200 divided by 9,000 shares leaves us a book value for common stock of $17.31.